I think at the moment there's a really broad range of what's happening in the industry. HP are really pushing at the moment sort of lightweighting applications.
Okay.
So with the machine, what you can do is you can also have a process control. So it's the same sort of machine, but all you're doing is you're dialing in the machine a bit more. So it's got different parameters and maybe a different print mode. So what you can do is we've done sort of different drone applications, for example, where we're printing 0.4 mil walls. So obviously for that sort of application, it's really light, but you're still getting the mechanical properties that you need for the end use part.
In the UK, Matsuura have a additive division and we're about to tell you all about it. But Ross here, he's the additive applications engineer. We are going to cover, obviously, the machinery behind it all, but also this is the man who you're going to be talking to when you make an inquiry as well. So Ross, what's happening in industry at the moment with the world of additive?
I think at the moment it's really popular. So MJF is actually celebrating its 10th year in production this year. So obviously we've come all the way from 10 years ago to now, the sort of applications that we can use are endless. So it's all down to the sort of material properties that HP are developing as well. So they're always developing new things.
We went over to HP firsthand in Barcelona, and honestly, the size of the department that are working on, even like the smallest of improvements and increments, is incredible. They are ahead of the curve, aren't they? They know what they're doing. Okay, so just for anyone that doesn't know, how does this kind of build work then?
So we're an MGF technology, so we're a powder-based technology. So what happens is we're laying a layer of powder. So depending on whichever print mode we're doing would depend on the thickness of your powder. And then what we've got is we've got two different types of agents, so a fusing agent and a detailing agent. And what the fusing agent will do is it will lay into whatever geometry we're trying to print. And then what will happen is that black fusing agent will attract the extra heat and it will tip the powder over its melting point, and that will then give us our final geometry that we've got. And the detailing agent will go on the outside of the part, and it will separate the fused powder from the unfused powder, which will then allow us to recycle the rest of the powder as well.
I mean, that was perfectly explained. And then you create something like this, and this is a build, isn't it?
Yes.
Because that build will all happen here.
Yep.
And as you take that out, you take it over to kind of a secondary operation. You remove the powder?
Yeah, so what we do is once the build's in the build unit, what we'll do is we'll remove the build unit and then we'll take it to the post-processing station. So what happens in the post-processing station is we would then take off all the excess powder around our built parts, and then what we'll do is we'll take them dusty parts and then obviously we would need to post-process them somehow, whether that's just cleaning them and leaving them raw, or whether it's going to be them turning them into a sort of an end-use application part, whether it's smoothing, dyeing or polishing, whichever the customer needs.
What's happening in the industry where are most of your inquiries coming from, where people are going, I need that?
I think at the moment there's a really broad range of what's happening in the industry. HP are really pushing at the moment sort of lightweighting applications. Okay. So with the machine, what you can do is you can also have a process control. So it's the same sort of machine, but all you're doing is you're dialing in the machine a bit more. So it's got different parameters and maybe a different print mode. So what you can do is we've done sort of different drone applications, for example, where we're printing 0.4 mil walls. So obviously for that sort of application, it's really light, but you're still getting the mechanical properties that you need for the end use part.
And the surface finishes as well, are they pushing you there? Is that what different demands?
Yeah, we've got lots of customers asking for all sorts of different surface finishes, whether it's just a raw finish of the grey part, whether you need to dye the part, you can polish the part after as well, whether that be chemically polishing or shot peening as well. So there's a massive broad range of all sorts of different polishes that you can do.
Should we head over to this?
No
because you can provide that too, can't you?
Yes. So we've got the full range of post-processing workflows. So all the way from printing the raw part like you've got just there. So this is actually an end-use application. So what this is, it's actually the handle that goes onto the VX1 smoothing machine from Dimension. So it's a great example of what the machine can do. So obviously we've got the raw MJF part here, but if we actually look at the component here, it's smoothed and dyed black. So what we do is we actually post-process its own handle inside the machine itself.
So it's not just prototyping anymore, it is end-use products.
I think the endless applications that we've got is the ability to post-process parts into end-use applications, whether it be a really smooth finish, or if you're trying to enhance the mechanical properties of it, maybe make it water resistant, for example, if it's going to be an underwater application. But the opportunities are endless.
Ross, it's quite interesting because we often talk to the sales team about your products, but from your perspective, your applications, so where are you getting challenged most?
I think it's a really exciting time at the moment because all of the customers are always trying to push the machine as far as they can go, but it's a great partnership at the moment with Matsuura and HP because we're working with HP to also try and develop the machine as much as possible. So we're trying to push HP from the customer point of view as well to try and make it as advanced as possible as well.
Benefits all parties.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ross.
No problem.
Thank you.
Thank you.